Have you ever tried to make any changes in your life, but yet you always felt stuck in the same old patterns again? Maybe you are setting up a new goal or forming a new habit, and you always felt those self-doubts and fears pull you back. I have been there too. You see, I used to question myself why making changes felt so hard. It wasn't until I discovered 4 simple principles that changed the way of how I view myself and the world that everything started to change. If you stay with me, I will show you exactly how I use these principles to manage any obstacles in my personal transformation so that I can also help you to move forward to transform your life. Now, before I dive in, there's a big misconception I want to clear about personal transformation. Most people think that it's all about changing what's outside, your habits, your environment, your circumstances. They believe that if they just work harder, switch new jobs, starting new routines, then everything will magically improve. But here's the truth. Real transformation always starts from inside. It starts with how you see yourself and the world, which is your perception. Perception is how you view everything around you. When your perception is off, no matter what you change from the outside, it won't make a true difference. Because true transformation begins by shifting your inner perspective first. Let me share a little about my own story. A few years back, I made a big decision to leave my steady corporate job and start my own business. And honestly, it was scary. There were all these little voices in my head saying that what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? I remembered lying awake at night, wondering if I really had what it takes. My heart would race every time I thought about taking a risk. Even when my family and friends supported me, sometimes it felt like they were just telling me not to mess up and play it safe. There were those moments I felt stuck in my comfort zone and also wanting to try out something new. Slowly I realized that the fear that was holding me back wasn't coming from the outside. It was rooted in my own mindset, and understanding this shift has helped me to make a big difference in my life. When I began learning about the 4 principles of perception, everything started to transform. I found ways to quiet my doubts, manage my emotions, and keep moving forward. Even the road ahead got tough. So what are the 4 principles of perception, and how can you start applying them in your life? They are affirmation, liberation, introspection, and elevation. Let's break it down one by one. First, affirmation. Affirmation means starting from how you talk to yourself. It's not about changing habits outside. It's more about nurturing positive beliefs inside. Think about your self-talk. Are you kind and encouraging to yourself, or you always critique yourself? You see, words are very powerful in nature because it can shape your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. If you always tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will start to believe it, and that narrative will always hold you back from taking action. But when you say, I'm capable, I'm growing, I can face any challenges, you're actually programming your mindset to help you push forward despite facing any obstacles in life. For instance, let's say you are preparing for a big presentation at your work and you are feeling nervous. Instead of thinking, I will probably mess this up, try affirming to yourself by saying, I'm prepared, I'm capable, I'm ready to share my ideas confidently. You see, when you change your narrative, that small shift can create a ripple effect in your energy and actions. So the first step is to watch your words, especially those you say to yourself every single day. The words you choose create the life you live. By speaking with intention, you can create the reality you desire. Next, liberation. Liberation is all about letting go of those old beliefs and fears that hold you back. When we cling to these outdated beliefs, they keep us stuck in place. For example, if you believe that you are not good enough because of a past situation or a failure that you have encountered, that belief will stay in your mind and limits your growth and stop you from embracing any new challenges in life. Therefore, when you practice liberation, it's all about releasing all those limiting beliefs. It begins with reflecting of what you have learned from the past and how those lessons have prepared you of what is ahead. Over time, when you let go of these old stories, it creates space for new empowering beliefs to grow. Another key part of liberation that I want to emphasize is never take other people's opinions or judgment too seriously. Because you must remember this, everyone sees the world through their own experiences, fears, and biases. Their opinions reflect their own reality and not necessarily the truth about you. When you stop letting others' perceptions define your worth, you free up yourself from unnecessary pressure and doubts. This freedom allows you to live authentically, guided by your own values and vision. In this way, liberation fuels your growth, freeing you from past fears and other people's judgment so that you can confidently embrace the future. Next, introspection. Introspection is all about honest self-reflection. You see, many people often wait for perfect clarity before they start making changes. But the truth is, you don't need to have all the answers right now. Take a moment to look inwards and explore your feelings, your thoughts, your recurring patterns. And let's say if you face a difficult conversation, instead of reacting, you can choose to respond by asking yourself this: why did I react in this way? Was I feeling unheard? Did I jump into conclusion? This kind of self-awareness allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of react impulsively. Therefore, introspection helps you understand yourself better and empowers you to handle life challenges with intention and calm. And finally, elevation. Elevation is about raising your standards and expanding your view of what's possible for you in life. It also means embracing challenges with an open mind and pushing the boundaries of what you believe you can achieve. When you elevate your standards, you raise your level of expectations, not just for yourself, but also how you interact with others and the world. This expanded view propels you towards a more fulfilling and purposeful life. And one thing I want to emphasize is that transformation is a journey, not a destination. A lot of people think that once they hit a goal, they are done. But that's not how transformation works. Because transformation is a cycle, you have all those ups and downs moments, and that's totally normal. When we talk about elevation, it means making small improvements in your life every time. Think of it like training for a marathon. It's those small efforts that add up to big results, transforming your abilities and mindset to reach your highest potential. For instance, you keep showing up every day, giving your best, even if it feels like you are not moving fast enough. When you accept this process, you stop stressing about being perfect and start enjoying the progress in your own transformation. So what happens when you practice these 4 principles of perception consistently? First, your perspective on obstacles will change. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, you begin to see them as stepping stones. You will feel more confident, you are more in control of your own emotions, and more open to opportunities around you. Your mindset will start to shift from fear and limitation to possibility and growth. You will find yourself staying consistent, pushing through doubts, and evolving into a stronger and more resilient version of yourself. Imagine waking up each day with clarity, calm, and belief that no matter what happens, you have the tools to handle it. That is the greatest outcome you can get because it brings you freedom from fear, unstoppable confidence, and lasting transformation. I hope you found these 4 principles of perception useful to help you manage any obstacles in your life. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you are new to my channel, and share with anyone who are struggling with challenges in life. And before we go, let me leave you with a powerful quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer that has deeply influenced my own personal transformation journey. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Keep this in mind that true transformation always starts with how we perceive ourselves and the world. Start applying these principles today and watch how your life begins to shift. Thanks for staying till the end of the video, and I'll see you again next time.